Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. And today, I'd like to welcome you to my very needy cat who has been driving me kind of crazy all over my crafting space and getting in the way. And anyway, and I am next going to apologize because I'm late. I'm late. I'm very, very late. Um, I don't know. I had time and then poof, it was gone. I was trying to prep a few more things and clearly I lost track. So I'm sorry, but if you are here watching me, welcome to Craft Spot and say hello. Let me know that you are here. I am just going to get this up on my other device here so I can see who's here and what's going on and all those things. First, I have to get to my page, I guess, don't I? Okay. So how's your day been? Hopefully you've had a wonderful day so far. We went skiing a little bit this morning. It was so foggy. You could not see the top of the hill. And even when you got up there, coming down, you couldn't, looking down at the snow, you couldn't see. You couldn't, see. The light was very flat as well. So you couldn't really see lumps and bumps and things in the snow, and you couldn't see a lot of what was coming up ahead of you. It was a bit of a tough ski till you got about halfway down, and then the fog cleared. But yeah, the snow was cold, the air was warm, and it was very foggy. But the snow was awesome. We said it's too bad it was so foggy because it's a little bit unnerving skiing when you can't really see the ground and what's coming up ahead of you. So we did a handful of runs and then it was like, okay, I think that's it for today. So we beat the rain, which has sort of now started, and it's supposed to be mild and rainy again tomorrow. So actually the next 2 days. So we'll see. Don't know. We have to take what Mother Nature gives us. And thankfully they have been making snow like crazy at the hill. So I'm sure they have enough snow stockpiled to get us through this, but ski conditions for the next few days might not be quite as lovely as they've been. The last week or so, they have been awesome. So, as somebody said, we had our 2 weeks of winter, but I don't think it's over yet. So don't anybody get too excited. Don't break out the lawn chairs and all the patio furniture and things. We're not going back to the beach just yet. Anyway, shall we do some crafting? That is what we're here for. Oh my goodness. Let's do this and we will go down here and adjust. I couldn't do this before because Oscar was all over everything. So I'll just take a moment and get myself set up here so that I know where I need to be working so that you can see what I'm doing. And hopefully I will stay within the boundaries, color within the lines, all that sort of stuff. And you'll be able to see what I'm up to. So today we are going to do something that I think I have probably shared with you before, but not for quite some time. And I was talking to a girlfriend the other night, and somehow we got onto the topic, and I thought, oh, I should share that with everyone again because it's a great card making technique. It's not technique, it's a layout, but it's quick and easy and it shows off our beautiful paper. And if you make cards in bulk, if you, as many of you know, I donate cards to the church that I go to now in Barrie and the church that I used to go to in Markham. And I also donate cards to Stainer Christian Camp, where I host my girls' getaway weekends. So I need some layouts that are sort of quick and easy, but make pretty cards. And this is one that I use quite a bit. So I thought I would just share it with you once again. So for today, I am going to use the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper. This is in the annual catalog. I have used it before, but not for quite some time. And I'll just kind of pull some of these pieces out. Beautiful little flowers, bright, bright colors. There's some pretty flowers. And then we're into some really bright colors and things. This is the paper you may recall when I first shared it. I told you that when the artists at Stampin' Up! Made this, so a lot of these papers have this very textured look to them, like torn strips of paper. And when the artists made this paper, they actually tore strips of paper to create many of the pictures. So this is all real torn paper that the artists made, and then they made a picture with it, and then they took a photograph, and then they reproduced it, and that's how they came up with this designer series paper. So it's very, I think it's very cool that, you know, they did that, and that Stampin' Up! Shared that with us so that we would sort of appreciate how this paper came together. So that's the paper that we're going to use, and I've got some different pieces of it. So I tend to do all of these just on thick, basic white card bases. So I've cut another stack of these. Sometimes when I get a pack of thick, basic white paper, I just score and cut the whole thing into card bases. And I haven't done that for a little while, but I tend to do it sort of in chunks. So I probably have more here than I need for today, but I'm just going to get a few of them folded and ready to go. And then you will see how quickly these cards come together. And I will share that with you. So one of the things that I do with these is I will chop up a whole bunch of designer series paper, and then I will put in some coordinating colored cardstock, my white card bases, and then some white for my sentiments. And then I just, I put it in one of my paper pumpkin boxes or something that I have, and it's super easy to just grab and go if you're going to an appointment or something and you think you're going to have to kill some time, or while you're watching TV. For those of you that have boring jobs with lots of Zoom meetings, while you're in a boring Zoom meeting, because they're really easy to make. And so you don't have to really focus and concentrate on your crafting. And so you can kind of do something else at the same time. Yeah, if it's a business meeting, you should probably pay attention. And I didn't tell you not to. Deny, deny, deny. There we go. Okay, so I have some card bases ready to go. Let's turn them over so we don't make all our cards backwards. And I have cut a number of pieces of designer series paper that are 4 by 5 1/4. So you can see this one is portrait and this one is landscape. There's another one that's landscape. There's another one that's portrait. So they can go either direction. Again, no right or wrong. And then you can either pre-cut or punch some shapes for sentiments. I don't know whether you have seen me. I pull this out from time to time. This is my bucket of sentiment bits. So when I cut extra white pieces for sentiments or whatever, I have just put them into here. And some of these are already made. Some of these, we could even use if we wanted a happy birthday card. So I just have bits and pieces ready to use. So, I could use any of these shapes to stamp my sentiment on. Oh, I was actually thinking of using some of those. Maybe I'll pull a couple of those out. I did do one like that. Excuse me. And then, so I have my 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to set that to the side right now. And then I cut 1 by 4. Okay. And I also cut, oh gosh, dry again. I have water here. One moment. I have basic white again that is 1¼ by 4. So these strips are just going to mount on here, and then they are going to mount on here. And this is going to go onto a card base. So let's put this all together and you can see how it all comes together. Okay. Get some of these things out of the way. Okay. So you can use a liquid glue for these, works really well. You can use tape runner, whatever adhesive you have on hand. I've got, that was tape runner, but I could pull out my liquid glue. Will work just as well. There we go. So there's that. And then, oh, that's not quite straight, is it? This is why you use the liquid glue. I'm going to fix this by chopping it off, I think. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Play a little bit of a game with the eye, because that's probably not quite straight anymore, but I don't think you're going to notice. I think it's close enough. And we'll move over to liquid glue so that we can smush those around and correct those mistakes, shall we? Okay. And you're just going to put this down. So this is just a standard layer, right? Standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4¼ and then 1/4 of an inch in. So 5¼ by 4 for that. You can add another layer of cardstock, make this smaller and put in another layer of cardstock if you wish, but you don't have to. I might put this on this side so we can see some of those pretty accents there. So I'm just going to put that down there. And then, now I was playing around with a couple of things earlier. So I stamped this, just a little note to say hello. This is so I've pulled out a few stamp sets. So that just a little note one is from Notes of Nature. And then I thought, here we have hello there, and we have you're in my thoughts. Both of those are great just for, a card to let someone know that you're thinking of them, or even just hello, or even enjoy your day. So we have lots of choices for sentiments here. We'll start with just a little note, and then I punch a background in one of the colors. So I've done this. And then that is just going to go right onto there. I wonder if this should have been, I didn't bring that color. Of course, that is Azure Afternoon. And, do I have a piece of that here? I don't. Can we get away with this? I think we can get away with this. So I am going to put my sentiment, this sentiment, right onto here. Hopefully straight, somewhat centered. Oh, and then I think this will be okay because I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. So that will give it a little bit extra oof. Oh, there's a lot of pretty peacock right in the back of that paper around where this is going. So a different color might have been a little bit better, but there you go. And that's it. That's the layout. So you can vary where you put your strip and where you put your sentiment and all those sorts of things. But that's basically the idea of what we're doing. So let's have another sentiment here. This is another one, same sentiment, but I used the heartfelt hexagon punch, but I cut it down. So you cut it closer, and then you cut the bottom closer, and you can make this a little smaller. And I wanted it a little smaller because it was taking up too much of this when I was trying to use this for my background. And this is just a smidge wider, and I don't particularly care for that. So I think when I put it on there, I will trim that so that it's even. But other than that, I like the way it looked. So let's put this on here. Hopefully in the center again. Right, get it straight. So I mentioned the girls' getaway weekend. It is filling up. It's not full, but it is definitely filling up. So if you have not registered yet and you want to, I would suggest you get in touch sooner rather than later. So it is March 8th to 10th. And it's in Stayner in person, and it's going to be tons of fun, I'm sure, because they always are. So I can't imagine why this one wouldn't also be tons of fun. They just, it is so awesome to spend a weekend with girlfriends, doing things you love, not having to cook, not having to do dishes. It's, really, like, how can you not love it, right? Okay, so let's do this one. And this time I am going to use my liquid glue. Now, I might want to put that? Why do I want maybe the one that's a little more plain on this one? Actually, I have a few of these cut. Let me just see what the others look like. Yeah, we'll just do it. I was thinking originally to do it with the glue on this side, so we'll just stick with that. Let's not have too many choices to confuse things. So this time I've used liquid glue, and of course I get it pretty much exactly where I want it right away. But with liquid glue, you do have that little moment of wiggle room if you need it. I'm just going to put this right about here. The only thing you want to be careful of, actually, I might need this up a little bit further, is the size of your sentiment, because you probably want it centered. Now, you could do it up higher, but usually you want it centered. So you just have to have your strip up enough or in enough that you have room for whatever border piece you've made. So I mentioned that this paper is from the annual catalog, and you might think, gosh, why would I buy paper from the annual catalog right now? I want to earn free Celebration items. Well, I'll tell you why. Because you don't have to buy products from the new catalog to accumulate your $60 purchase. It can be from anything. It can be from the annual catalog. It can be from the online only products. It could be from the clearance rack. It could even be a Paper Pumpkin prepaid code. You can purchase absolutely anything, and when your total reaches $60, you will earn something from Celebration for free. So that's it's pretty awesome. And what that means is that this is a great time to stock up on cardstock from the annual catalog, envelopes, adhesive, any of those things that you know you are going to run out of and you know you use on a regular basis. Why not stock up on them now and get something for free? For every $60, you can earn a celebration item. So it's it is an awesome time to take care of those things. I bought a 12-month Paper Pumpkin prepaid code at the beginning of January, and I do that every year because when you do that, you get I don't know, like 6 free celebration items, 5 or 6 free celebration items. So it's like, wow, why would I not do that? I'm going to buy it anyway. I love Paper Pumpkin. Why would I not just get the prepaid code when I can get something extra with it? I'll take more free stuff. That works for me. Whether this has an up or a down, but we'll do it this way. So, there. And this is Berry Burst. So I'm going to use different colored ink and a different, I'll do a Berry Burst background for it as well. Okay, so just get some, look at this. So this is just all torn bits of paper. Well, it was at one point. Now it's a photograph of torn bits of paper, but oh. So you could make these cards into anything. Valentine's Day is coming. Making some Valentine cards for family or anything, some Galentine's Day cards for your girlfriends. It's a great layout just to make a whole bunch of quick and easy cards that are still lovely to share. So, okay. What shall we put on this one? How about, oh, look, this one fell off. So perhaps that's the one we are supposed to use. Or in my thoughts. I'm not sure whether it's going to fit on this this die cut though. Oh, I think it will. We'll give it a try. If it doesn't, we'll move on to a different shape. I'll have to see. It might look a little bit too full, but we'll see in a moment. Oh, no, I think that works really well. So there we go. Quick and easy. And just going to clean this off. Well, while I take a bit of a look around for my berry burst, here it is. I've got it. Nobody panic. Okay. Hi, Claire. Okay, so this time, what do we want for a shape? Try something different. How about just a circle? This is kind of a large circle. This might be a little bit bigger than we want. I may need to grab a, that's a pretty big circle. A little bit large, perhaps. So I am just going to grab one of my smaller circles. That I think is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to grab grab my 2-inch punch. That might work better. Probably a little better sizing, isn't it? Okay, I have a lot of punches on my table now. So a little bit of adhesive on here. Just kind of get that centered in there. And again, I'll pop it up on dimensionals. Finish this piece off. The last edge bit. Go. There's also an awesome join promotion on right now. If you would like to be part of the Great Stampin' Believers team, we would love to have you join our crafting family. So right now, if you want to join, sorry, I just have some sticky adhesive on here that I want to get off before I stick my card in it. If you want to join, basic starter kit is $165 worth of any products you want, your choice. Again, annual catalog, new mini catalog, clearance rack, whatever you like. And you only pay $135. No shipping, no tax in Ontario. And then you also may add a glass mat studio. And that is a glass mat and a silicone mat to put on it as well that you can, if you're doing mixed media and things, you can put your ink right on it and mix it with water, or just, put your dauber in it, your aqua painter, whatever it is you're doing. That's great for that. And also a chamois for cleaning everything up. And the glass mat cleans up really easily. And so you can have that. That whole thing is an $82 value. And you can get that absolutely free with your starter kit. So that is just an amazing deal. And then if that is not to your taste or to your liking, or you already have a glass mat, you could instead select an extra $41 worth of product. Again, any product you choose. So it's a great time to join our family. The starter kit is always the best deal. Always. It's always an awesome deal, but it's even better right now. And there is never any obligation. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You don't have to do classes. You can just craft on your own. You can craft with your girlfriends. But what you can do and would do is enjoy a discount on everything you purchase. So all of your Stampin' Up! Products would be discounted by at least 20% once you join. And then we do lots of fun things as a team. We have craft nights, and we play games sometimes. We do card swaps, and just learn about things that are going on at Stampin' Up. So it is just it's just fun times. Okay, I wonder, so now I'm thinking maybe I will do we like the Pretty Peacock on there, or do we want Berry Burst? Keep it light and bright or pretty peacock? Maybe light and bright. So I am going to stamp that same sentiment again because I have it right here and it works. I'll just stamp that right here. Now this, you may recall, is the larger circle. So I am going to use the 2-inch circle to punch out this sentiment. And then it should just fit in there and make a nice border. And then we use up that circle that we didn't like for the other one. There we go. Okay, where'd my dimensionals go? Don't. All right, now. That guy didn't want to come off. Anyway, if you would like to know more about joining our Great Stamping Believers group, feel free to reach out to me. As I say, we would love to have you join us. Always happy to have new crafters. Okay, so there we go. There are four cards, same layout, same easy sort of setup, different borders on that, and some are portrait and some are landscape and some are on the left and some are on the right, and so you can change it up. I could have put one of these at the top, but the way the paper was, that didn't really that wasn't what I was thinking. Now, I have not put any gems on these, but for these particular ones, we have the Pencil Gems 4-pack, and they happen to have Berry Burst and Pretty Peacock in them. I don't have very many of the Pretty Peacock left. I've used a lot of those. I still have some Berry Burst. So you could add some gems to those if you wanted. And that would just make them give them a little bit extra. So if you were to purchase this pack of Designer Series paper, or any package of Designer Series paper, really, a package of thick basic white cardstock, a package of colored cardstock, so one of our color collections. You could get Berry Burst is part of the Brights. Pretty Peacock is part of the Regals. But there's other colors in here as well that you could work with. So pick one color pack with multiple. The Brights have the Azure Afternoon and the Berry Burst, so you could do something like that and have backgrounds. And then the package of Tinsel Gems and a bottle of your liquid glue, that would put you just over $60. And then you would get a free celebration item, and you would be set up to make lots of cards, lots and lots and lots. You got 12 sheets of Designer Series paper, and you've got 24 sheets of the cardstock and stuff. So lots of cards coming out of that if that's what you wanted to do. But you can certainly choose any products you want. You could add a stamp set in there or something, and Any $60 purchase will get you a free celebration item. And who doesn't love free? Come on, it's free. We love it. So that's what I have for you today. Quick and easy, but a great layout. They're wonderful cards. And as I say, if you are making cards in bulk for even for Christmas, but if you send out a lot of Valentines or a lot of Easter cards or any occasion like that, or if you make cards to donate to any organization, um, it's just a great way to get a bunch made quickly and easily, even during your Zoom meetings. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I love crafting together. Hope we can craft together again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.